Save the Children, Part 4. Evil Web, Big Money. Matthew 5:28. But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. That's the New International Version. Remember the sin of King David? He looked at Bathsheba while she was bathing. He lusted for her, and then he acted on that lust. He committed murder to hide his sin, but God sees and knows. David didn't die that day, but he was never the same. Really, he lost his purity, family, and his kingdom. The demons that come in because of lust could destroy your life too, for that is their intention. The Department of Homeland Security says human trafficking is the crime of exploiting another person for compelled labor or commercial sex acts, typically through force, fraud, and coercion, or inducing a minor under 18 into commercial sex. Thorne says child sexual abuse material, legally known as child pornography, refers to any content that depicts sexually explicit activities involving a child. Visual depictions include photographs, videos, digital, and computer-generated images, which can be indistinguishable from an actual minor. These images and videos are then circulated for personal gratification. Pornographers are in it for the money, with estimated annual global profits of $150 billion. That's billion with a B. There are 22 million new images so far this year. That is a 5,000% increase. Pornography is the fastest growing crime. Porn outnumbers illegal weapons and is close to surpassing illegal drugs. For example, one 5-year-old child can be used 5 to 10 times a day for 10 years. So drugs bring in money one time, but children can be used over and over. More recently, live streaming sexual abuse has begun to surface. In these instances, individuals pay to watch the live abuse of a child via a video streaming service. This type of abuse is incredibly difficult to detect due to its real-time nature and the lack of digital evidence left behind following the crime. Police and judges are often part of the organization, so they make sure the abusers are not prosecuted. Though child sexual abuse material is a global issue, the United States remains one of the largest producers and consumers of child abuse content in the world. It is important to understand the true nature and pervasiveness of child sexual abuse material to convey the urgent need to address this crime. So I challenge you to think about it. In ancient days, slaves were put on platforms naked to be sold. These victims are modern-day slaves. Do you really think that these women and children would willingly show themselves naked to you? Do you think they want you to be ogling them and to be filmed in that way? Their hearts may have become hardened by years of torment, but no one wants to live that way. They are forced to do it. When you purchase or view porn, you are even more guilty by purchasing and looking at them as the people who forced them to do it. They were just giving you what you wanted. If no one wanted it, they wouldn't be doing it. Jesus commands us to love one another. You who view porn, are you truly loving these people? Women in porn. Proverbs 30:20. This is the way of an adulteress. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, "I have done no wrong." English Standard Version. Pornhub reports that 3 out of 10 porn users are women. They even have explicit statistics on what types of sex that they select. I will not go into that here, but ladies, if you are watching, stop now. If your husband or boyfriend is watching this, don't just accept it, and certainly don't join him in doing it. This is virtual adultery and brings demons of lust and perversion into your home. Do you want your children to have demons? I assume you said no, so don't accept this as normal. Is your boyfriend watching it? Dump him. Plain and simple. He has shown you that he would not be a faithful husband. Don't think he will change because he loves you so much. That is fairy tales. Don't believe it for even 1 second. These thoughts are a hidden trap for you straight from the pit of hell. Get rid of him. God doesn't play with sin, and neither should you. So our next segment will be Chapter 5, Who Does This to Children?